ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. On today's episode, don't hate your roommates, Onlyfans. Support her so she always pays the rent. Don't rub lotion on other people when you are naked in the locker room. And if you get caught with your pants off during your Zoom interview, stand up, be proud, and take that job. Out on Advice Unfiltered, episode 14. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 14 of Advice Unfiltered with Tony Rodriguez and Christopher David. Bada bing, bada boom.
All right.
Episode 14. Episode 14.
It's so exciting.
Very cool.
There's only like a few things I've done this many weeks in a row, and one of them's the gym.
Yeah, right?
The other one is the show.
You know what I mean? Yeah. One of them's the gym, and then here we are doing this.
Yeah, this is awesome. So
I want to give you a shout out. Tony bought some cool shirts.
Yeah.
I mean, check out the shirt. Check out the merch shirt. Look, it's all enough to look down on you.
And
so when you ask me how tall I am.
And be a grower and a shower.
Be a grower and a shower. Let's show. Wait, hold on. Wait. We gotta show the shirt. Be a grower and a shower.
So, yeah. So, you know, in a good way, our regular Connie, who's out there, she actually said it. And the funny thing was, I thought about it, and I just mentioned it to you earlier. We have to get some stuff for everyone's like, all right, you're big enough now, order some stuff for the table. Yeah. So when I looked at the blankets, by the way, I have the mock-ups here.
Blanket.
I have the mock-ups here.
The blankets here.
So you guys will be able to see what the blankets look like at the end of the show. And what we'll do is we'll figure out how we're going to give them away. So this week we'll tally all that stuff up. Yeah. But when I ordered them, I thought, you'll love this. I ordered blankets, and I thought I hit like 60 by 80. Which is like a fucking blanket.
Yeah.
And I must have hit 30 by 40, and it looks like a blanket for a midget or probably a small pet. So, but
I love it. It's even better.
But they're here. And they only take a couple days.
You can cover up your most valuable part with that.
You come up with just your leg.
Just your leg. That's it.
So in a good way, they're here, so you can see them, and then someone will win our blankets. And
that's cool. We got blankets. We got blankets to raffle off.
Yeah. So, and I think either two things we can
mini blankets,
and I'll let you figure it out. We can obviously raffle it, which we will somehow do it, or what we could do is you can come up with another Christopher David poll of the week, and if you answer the poll and share it, then we can use those as your entry to the raffle. So I don't really care.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out tonight.
We'll figure it out. But
we'll let you guys know next week.
Yes, but we'll show them. We'll tell you how to earn them and win them. And
for the record, I have nothing to do with any of this, and I have no idea what's on the blanket.
So
the mini blanket.
Yes, I purposely didn't even show you.
No, the shirts is all his idea too.
Well, the shirts are your idea. I just went to the same place and was like, the one I wanted.
They do a good job, man.
They do a nice job,
right?
I wanted to get. Mateo's not my father, but that's the next one.
Mateo's not my stepdad.
Yeah, Mateo's not my stepdad.
Yeah, I love that. Mateo's not my stepdad.
That's the next one. So I think that'll come in red and white. But I wanted to get something for today. So
somebody had a good idea. They said, why don't we do a raffle down and then we can donate the money to something.
We could.
That's a good idea too. We'll think about that.
Yeah, look, I think part of it is supporting the community. So that's why in a couple of weeks, we are a sponsor of the Toms River Police Department here in New Jersey. Hole 18 is ours.
Yeah, Hole 18 is ours. What's that? That's in 2 weeks?
It's right the week after our 18th episode. So I think it's sometime in June, I think, or something.
So 4 weeks.
So, but yeah, the timing worked out perfect. Thanks to my friend Jill, who sets that stuff up and gave us we couldn't have hole 1, but I was like, can we have hole 18? And it worked out perfect.
It's perfect.
So, and we're gonna go, and then we'll do a live from the golf course.
Of course we will.
Yeah, of course we will.
We'll do a live broadcast on the golf course. Fuck yeah, why wouldn't we?
That's awesome. You know? So myself, my beautiful co-host here, Christopher David is with us. Our usual Jen, I fuck this up all the time.
Gen Z.
Our Gen Z is with us, my son Tyler, and our man Ming is back.
What's up, Ming? Woo!
All right. Ming, the owner of the shared universe.
Does Ming know he's going to be in a calendar? Does Ming know that?
Ming, you're in a calendar.
You're in a calendar, Ming. You're in a calendar with us. Advice Unfiltered calendar. Ming's going to be in it too.
Drops for the 2020 during the holiday season. Ming drops for 2026. So and we started working on the merch store. So we are finding. I think we landed on the print on demand place.
Okay.
The biggest thing and most important thing to me about any T-shirt, especially hoodie, because I am a hoodie fanatic.
Yeah.
They got to be perfectly soft.
Yeah, it's gonna be quality.
They got to be. You got to wear the shirt and be like, this is like Chris hugging me, and just roll right in it. That's what it is.
This sweatshirt makes me feel like Chris is in my arms.
There you go, Ty. Write that down. One of the shirts is gonna say "a hug from Chris," and it's gonna feel like that. So it's gonna be great. I love it. But I told you today I was in the mall. In the mall, and this guy was standing in front of me. He must have been 23, 24 years old. I had this shirt on. You had that said, fucking hot mess. Yeah. And he looked right at me, and he was like, it was really funny. He goes, fucking hot mess. And I was like, and I don't take offense to anything. I was like, yeah. And he goes, what advice unfiltered do you have for me? And all of a sudden, I just turn and go, you should listen to our podcast. He goes, what? You got a podcast?
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
I was like, yeah, we do, bro.
Yeah, I gotta be straight up honest with you. First off, thank you to everybody who's been watching.
Yes.
Thank you very much, very much. But we've had a lot of great positive feedback, man. Everybody at the gym that has checked it out has loved it. And to everybody who has checked it out, that has listened to it and gave me positive feedback, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many. Well, you're gym famous in there, but I go in there and how many people come up to me now and they're like, "Oh, this is true. I literally was waiting for. I walked in the gym, was waiting for a piece of equipment, and the guy was like, bouncing between stuff. So I told him, "Look, I'm not in a hurry." I was like, "It's all good." And while I was sitting there, one of the trainers came up to me and he goes, "Hey, you're Chris's co-host, right?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, let me tell you about the podcast." He was so excited.
He was so excited about it? People love it.
Yeah, it was good.
We're doing good work here.
Well, we first off, obviously, thanks to everyone who submits questions and supports us and all.
Thank you guys.
We love you guys. It's amazing.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that a lot.
I honestly mean this. Like, I can't wait till we do something. A lot of people are always like pegging me to be like, "Hey, when you come to my city?"
Is that what you're doing, Tony? Is that what you're doing? Are they pegging you, Tony? Is that what you're into?
That is
that what you're doing, Tony? Is that what's going on?
Episode 14. Everybody's pegging me, but asking me about like when we're going to travel, which is fine. Look, we will, but I think the coolest thing would be to meet people.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think it'd be awesome. So I said it today. I told people today at the end of the day, I did a live on cardio. So I'm gonna try to do a live every day when I do cardio.
Yeah. 36,000 people watching you.
36,000 people watching me walk.
Unbelievable.
Which I appreciate. Thank you. What was I going with this? I told this much of thought.
Meeting people.
Yeah. So I told them, I said, I really want you guys to help us take this show off because the ultimate goal is to take it on the road. We have like meet and greets where we come to like a stadium or an auditorium or a theater house and we can sit and talk and chat and have a little Q&A.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, if we can talk about people's stories and everything else and give out some solid advice about stuff and meet people.
I would love to meet some of the regulars.
I would fucking love it. I think it'd be amazing. I think it'd be amazing to meet everybody, man. Just have a meet and greet and if we can see that we're actually making a difference. That's the biggest thing about the show, right? The thing I really love about the show, yes, it's entertaining. Yes, we hear some crazy, funny stories. But we, the fact that we give some solid advice that's really helping change people's lives in a positive direction is amazing. That's the biggest and awesomest thing about that is that we're inspiring people to change. I
definitely feel like and I thank you guys because a lot of you do follow up and you'll say, even we're talking about last week with the girl, Bridget, who put it on in her car for her and her boyfriend and pretended like she didn't put the question in.
Yeah.
But like people will write me back and be like, hey, by the way, I did what you said. I got a new workout regimen. I did what you said, found a great trainer. Awesome. I started doing it. A lot of people, and I think you even have gotten this a lot when people on your lives, hey, they started walking, they started to lose weight. Yeah. And the funny thing is they're listening to the episodes
while they're doing it. Yeah, they're motivated, man. That's amazing. That's the biggest thing we wanted to do is inspire and motivate people along with entertaining. Make you laugh a little bit, bring some enjoyment.
It's good to have a little bit of both.
That's good, man. It's good. It's a good show.
It's to the point now where there's nothing. I know it's crazy, but it reminds me a little bit of a podcast I listened to. It's Two Bears, One Cave. It's Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer. They're best friends. They've been best friends forever. And through the years of doing the podcast, they start going to each other like, I really love you more than my wife. And they get so excited when they film an episode. But it's it's funny. I get up on Tuesdays and I'm like, oh yeah, it's fucking
I'm always
podcast
excited,
day.
dude. I'm always amped up about it, man. It's like you said this morning, man. It's the best day of the week.
Yeah. So all right,
it's amazing.
So bringing up what we got going on. So obviously we talked about blankets. So we'll show you the blankets at the end. So it's a little whatever they call a teaser. We have a poll, the Christopher David poll of the week. What was the poll, sir? What was your poll?
The poll was, what body part do women find attractive on a man?
Yeah. So we got the answers to that, and there were some good ones, a lot of cool responses. I think total, including TikTok, was a lot of them. Instagram. I think when I total counted, it was 2,349 responses. So
thank you very much. Thank you guys very much, man.
There was a lot of good responses out there. So we'll find out what body part people think are most attractive on a man, and the Kentucky Derby, which is have you ever been to Kentucky Derby?
No, I always want to go.
I always want to get dressed up.
I do. I want to get dressed up. I want to take a date with a really big, obnoxious hat.
Yes.
That knocks into people as we drink.
Drink some of those Moscow Mule things or whatever they drink.
Moscow Mules. You can only drink a couple of those. There's carbonation in that, man. But,
all that sugar.
Oh, dude.
Whatever's in there, right? Rye, sugar cane.
And the brass cup, yeah. It's good times, man.
I'm down at this age. Like my son was asking me why didn't I go earlier? And I go, there's some things I don't want to go to until I can afford it.
Yes.
And I can experience as an adult.
It's like they had the Formula One down in Miami this weekend.
Yes.
Oh, I wanted to go to that so bad.
I've been trying. I keep not pulling the trigger, but I keep wanting to do it for Austin because it's in Austin first, and then it went to Miami, and then it's in Vegas too. But Vegas, every time I go there, people tell me the experience is so shitty.
Oh, I bet.
But Austin's, I don't want to say it's much more affordable than going to Miami.
Oh yeah, Miami's expensive as fuck.
Well, it's because it's every celebrity there.
Talking about Miami, did you see that Lamborghini boat sink?
No. Oh yeah.
The $4 million Lamborghini boat sank. That poor dude. I heard it sank because it was 2 times or 3 times over capacity.
It was like 20 or 30 people on there, wasn't it?
It was like way over capacity, man. Like it was insane. Oh, he's bringing it up. Let's see it. Lamborghini boat sinking.
Yeah, that thing sunk. See you later.
Yeah, dude.
32 people on board.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think it only fits like 8.
Look, for how much you think that 63-foot boat cost? $4 million?
$4 million. Conor McGregor was the first one to have one.
Let me tell you, for $4 million, I want to fit 30 people.
Yeah,
30 people on there.
$4 million for that boat, man.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, so one day we'll have the Advice Unfiltered cigarette boat.
Yeah, pontoon, bro. Pontoon.
I've taken my boating license a couple times just for no reason. That for Mother's Day one time we rented a pontoon boat.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know. I thought something cool. So I spent like weeks taking a boating license test, passed it, and then took a bunch of people and my wife for Mother's Day just cruising around Red Bank on a pontoon boat.
It's fun.
Yeah, it was awesome. Fun. Yeah. I
love sailing. I used to sail all the time, man. I love sailing.
Do you?
Yeah, I do, man. There's nothing like so it was a Catalina. It had
the Catalina wine mixer.
Yeah, it had the two nets between it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if we can go down to the Gulf of Mexico, dolphins swim right next to the boat. There's no motor, so it's you just hear the breeze, bro, to the ocean, and it's pretty amazing. Yeah,
you're a braver man than me, bro. I am not getting on no sailboat and praying that the wind takes me in the right direction and the storm doesn't come.
They got motors on them too. They got motors on them too, just in case that doesn't happen.
If anyone doesn't live by the water, you do not realize how fast a storm comes out of nowhere.
Right in, man.
Out of nowhere. You just on a boat, everything looks great, and next thing you know, lightning's hitting the water, and just it's chaos.
Yeah, it comes up on you. Well, same thing in Colorado, dude. I realized that in Colorado.
Yeah.
When I did a hike up Manitou, my second time, got up there, felt great, dude. Walked back, and when you walk back, probably about the size of a football field off the trail.
Yeah.
You're in snow. Like you're in snow, bro. Like it's snow. And I'm like, oh, me and my dog are loving this because it's warm, but there's snow, And me and my dog are loving it. And I look over the mountain on the other side, and you see these dark clouds rushing in, bro. And I was like, oh. And literally, man, we didn't even make it back to the trail, and it just started snowing hard. And it came so quick. Like, it's amazing how fast that stuff happens, man.
Yeah.
Like, 1 minute you're like, woo, and the next minute you're like, I'm going to die. Right? Where's Bear Grylls when I need him? I'm going to die.
Well, before we get to the question, did you see the guy who almost died and got pulled out to sea? He was a swimmer, and what saved him was his Apple Watch.
Oh.
So the Apple... I hate Apple everything, even though I have an iPhone. It just drives me nuts. But the Apple Watch is another waste of money. But the Apple Watch comes with satellite tracking. So if you're ever somewhere and there's no cell phone service, you can send an SOS out and it hits a satellite.
No shit.
And the guy was swimming and got pulled miles out to the ocean, and the watch sent the SOS out and then recorded the entire, recorded the incident, and then they found him and rescued him.
Wow.
And that's the new Apple commercial, is the live footage and him being rescued.
That's smart.
From a marketing perspective, they're geniuses.
You can't ask for anything better. It's kind of like when the was it the Yeti cup or whatever, the woman's house burned down and the cup was still fine.
Oh,
The Stanley Cup.
Oh,
Don't forget
yeah.
those and her house burned down. And the cup survived. So the people from Stanley sent her a brand new car or something like that. Oh, her car burned down. And they sent her a brand new car and everything, because the Stanley Cup survived and it helped her boost her sales.
Yeah, and look, that $30,000-$40,000 they spent on that car's a write-off, way cheaper than a commercial, and probably way more viral.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty cool.
Right.
I can't wait till we can do stuff like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Talk about helping out people. I'm gonna give a shout out right now.
Oh, good.
There's a lady, I forget her name, but she wrote a children's book. And not to get on a deep level here, but she wrote a children's book for Ukrainian kids.
Okay.
Because since the war, I don't know if you know this or not, I did not know this, kids have been losing their hair.
Wow.
Because of overstress and everything. So she wrote this book to help kids to not feel bullied and feel like they were okay. And she reached out to me and asked me if I could narrate it.
Oh,
so
that's
yeah,
awesome.
so that was pretty cool, man. I told her, of course, anything I could do to help out with the kids, that'd be amazing. You know what I mean? So I forget her name. I think she's on Instagram. So if you're watching, like I said, just reach out and let me know what I need to do, and I will read that book for you, and hopefully bring a little joy into those kids' lives.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, man. That was pretty cool.
All
right, so question time.
Question time.
All right, back to the fun.
All right, so last week, just so you know, the theme of our show winded up being "Take That Shit to the Grave," because a lot of you have done some really fucked up things.
Some fucked up shit.
And we have no other advice but don't tell nobody.
Yeah, just don't say shit.
So this week was a lot better. There looks like a lot of questions that we don't have to tell you to lie about. So, so first off, we'll start with an easy one. Our favorite politician from South Jersey, Megan, the councilwoman. She first off, she wrote in and said, "I appreciate you guys. I appreciate Chris chastising me about why I didn't submit a question." She's like, "My bad, I forgot." But really simple.
Actually, really, Megan, what I'm really upset about is you haven't contacted us to drive this Ferrari shit.
Oh, she did. She sent a whole separate email.
So she Megan, I take that all back, Megan.
Yes, Megan.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I am not chastising you at all.
Megan is on top of it. Sent a whole other email about the potential of really doing it. I have to be honest with you. I think it's going to be a possibility.
Let's do it.
So, but she asked two really simple ones. What's your happiest childhood memory? And she wanted to know, because you saw it, and I'm guessing Ming might have saw it. How was Thunderbolts?
I did see Thunderbolts. Ming, did you like Thunderbolts?
No time. Haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
you haven't seen it?
Ming.
Oh, Ming, you let me down, bro.
Letting us down, Ming.
I was going
Talk about it. Oh, it's okay.
it was good.
No, it was good, right?
I loved it. I actually thought it was really so they tackle it's a minute part of the story, right? But the main antagonist is a drug addict, and when he reaches that dark space, he has a void. That's kind of the same void you actually are in when you're a drug addict. You feel like you're useless and all this stuff. So they kind of tap into that a little bit. Mm-hmm. So it's a little more raw and grittier than the last maybe 4 or 5 Marvel movies. So I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought they did it really good. I thought they could have spent a little more time, in the story a little bit. Just they could have made it a half hour longer. I feel like they rushed it a little bit because of time.
Was it 2 hours probably?
It was like 2 hours. Maybe an hour, like 49 or something like that, or 50.
You're spending that kind of money. Let's make it. They
could have made it longer. They really could have. Here's the thing about the comic book fans is that we don't mind sitting and watching a good long movie. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. So I hope when they re-release it to stream it, I hope there's a lot of extras in it, because I think it'd be good. I think it'd be good to tell more of the story. But I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was good. What was the other question?
And what are our happiest childhood memories? Do you have one that comes right to mind?
Yeah. We were just talking about it. So one of my ultimate favorite childhood memories is.
I was like,
what is that noise? Take that out there with you and open up there. So he goes. So my favorite childhood memory is my father, and he had a good friend of his, and myself had a friend, Bob, that owned a Catalina, the sailboat with the 4 beds in it, 2 nets, and we went out to the Gulf of Mexico right before the sun went down. So we got to watch the sunset, and we were so far out there was no lights. no land lights at all. So the stars were bright. The moon was huge. My dad was playing Dark Side of the Moon. Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon.
There you go.
And we were fishing. And we were just sitting there. And it was literally one of the most... I remember thinking to myself in that moment, this couldn't be any more perfect. Like, it was... The water was calm. The stars were out. Like, it was like a movie. Like, and then I caught a flying fish. Freaking, it jumped into my line and got wrapped up in my line. It was the first time I ever saw a flying fish. I mean, I'm like 12 or 13 years old. And it was just a phenomenal memory, man. It was just a great memory.
Isn't it amazing how they get burned into your brain? They're so random, but like they never leave you. There's certain memories.
It's probably one of my favorite childhood memories right there.
Yeah, I lived in a really interesting way. We used to always go to the Ortley Beach, and it used to be
where's Ortley Beach?
Right in down by like Tom's River, Seaside Heights, Ortley Beach, Point Pleasant. Okay. And but what we used to do every summer is there used to be a whole bunch of moms. There'd be about 12 or 13 moms, and they would form a half moon, and then all the kids would come to the beach, and that was my whole summer with my brother for, God, like 10 plus years. Cool. So so to me, that's why I always want to stay near the water, stay near the beach. I knew when he was a kid, it'd be worth it because there's just so much stuff to do. Yeah. And I mean, it's just a memory as a whole, but those things are fantastic. So
somebody grew up in Ortley Beach.
Oh yeah, such a small little. It's quaint. It's small. It's perfect. It's right in the middle of everything. So shout out to Ortley Beach.
Yeah, you go shout out to Ortley Beach.
All right, Iceland.
Wait, hold on. Did you say that was your childhood memory? Ortley Beach.
Ortley Beach.
And you didn't see Thunderbolts. All right, cool. Next question.
Yeah, I didn't see on Thunderbolts, but I heard it's good.
Yeah.
Iceland. Here we go.
Oh, Iceland.
Yeah.
Iceland. What's up, Iceland?
We got a new country. Hey guys, love your show. It's refreshing to get honest and sincere points of view from men. Just love it. All right, so the question is, she's old-fashioned, maybe it's demeanor, but here she goes. How would we approach a woman? What does she need to possess for us to come out of our comfort zone and walk up to somebody and introduce ourselves to her? Is there anything that you look for where you feel comfortable going up? Or at this point, she's asking, should she just take the initiative? Because I feel like a lot of times women wait for us to make the first move.
Well, yeah. So here's the issue with all that, right? Somebody just asked me that the other day. Women think they're intimidating, right? So they're like, why doesn't a guy come up and talk to me? I must be intimidating. It's not that you're intimidating at all. It's just that there's been such an attack on the masculinity of a man.
Oh, yeah.
That they feel uncomfortable going to approach you. You know, there's so many videos out there of women going, oh, this guy's just harassing me, you know, or women just mocking and making fun of men for trying to make an effort, that they're like, fuck that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that. You know, they're not going to make the effort. You know, they want to get. It's one thing. Listen, it's already hard enough to think you might get rejected, right?
Oh yeah.
But then to think you might be fucking videotaped and fucking mocked in front of and put on some fucking post on Instagram. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of it comes down to, one, women need to be more approachable, right? They need to not always think that, you know, every guy is a fucking dickhead, and actually give them a chance to be a person. You know, and then on the flip side, guys got to be more masculine. They got to take the initiative, and they're like, and I find it, maybe it's just because I'm older, that a man who takes initiative and has confidence to do that is more attractive than him being physically good looking. I think, you know, and again, guys, you gotta have a good rap game. You know, say hi, say how you doing, what's your name. You know, and ask them simple questions, man. Almost like you're meeting them for the first time in a play yard, like at a schoolyard. You know what I mean? Like you're a high school kid, and you just want to get to know her, right? Like, what are you gonna say? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, just ask normal questions. And here's the things I try to avoid that I think are stupid. You know, don't ask. You know, hey, what do you make? You know, how much money do you make? What do you do? If you get all those fucking little fucking like 666 questions, you know, that's just stupid, right? So ask us normal questions, like, you know, you like dogs, you like cats. You know, you like long walks on the beach, you like to hike in the mountains. You like fish or you like steak? You know what I mean? Like, just simple things. Like, get to know the person. And I think a lot of times, like, you know, I don't know. You can see when there's a physical attraction. Like, you can tell. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But you can tell when you look at somebody with the way they look at you. Yeah. If it's an open approachable, right?
Yeah, I think, you know, I didn't even think about it because it's been so long. The fact that, somebody can Instagram you and then be like, this person approached me and they're an asshole. Oh, yeah. And how much you have to think about that on top of the fact you're trying not to be finding like a way to approach somebody and what you're going to say. Yeah. But, you know. Yeah, I mean, it's already nerve-wracking trying to, especially if they think, like, if a guy doesn't have a good rap game, he doesn't have very confident in himself and he's not used to it, like, you know, it's already nerve-wracking enough to, like, walk up to you. Because 9 times out of 10, that girl's with 4 or 5 other girls.
right? She's not at the bar by herself. She's not at the club by herself.
No.
She's with like 3 or 4 different other girls, man. And then you have to navigate them, because if they don't like you, then you're fucked, man. Because they're all gonna make fun of you. You know what I mean? So that's a lot. So freaking if there are any guys watching, my advice to you is be confident about it. And if they reject you, fuck them. Who cares? Move on to the next one. And for ladies, be more approachable. Smile. If you like somebody, make that eye contact. Listen, women, you know how to flirt. All you got to do, all a woman has to do is make eye contact, give that little tilt of the head, and smile.
Yeah.
And then, that's it. That's it. Then the guy should take that as an acknowledgement. I would,
Yeah, I think what happens is we all overthink it. There's nothing easier than just walking up to somebody like, hey, I just wanted to say hi. I just wanted to know what your name was.
Hey, man, I just want to know your name. I just thought you were hot. Listen, my son used to ask me, my oldest son asked me, he goes, Dad, what's your pickup line? What's your favorite pickup line? Do you have a pickup line?
No, because I don't know. No.
You have a pickup line?
No, you know why? Because I think if I really think about it, I probably had something stupid I would make jokes about.
Yeah.
But I was really good at and I probably would assume you're the same way. When I'm interested in somebody and they give you the look back and you can read it right.
Oh yeah, you can read it.
I had no problem then just being like, hey, I'm going up and saying hi.
Yeah.
Or worst case scenario, and this was like a gym thing, I would never do it in the gym because that's like my space. But if I saw you out, I would always walk up to you and just be like, oh my God, hey, you're from the gym, right? And at least you break the ice.
Yeah.
So I was never really scared about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, listen, guys, don't whistle at chicks. Don't catcall them. Don't do any of that shit. Don't be hanging with your boys going, yo, ma. Yo, don't do any of that shit. Fucking no, that's just stupid.
The only cheesy line I would break out, not because I'd use it. I would just be like, what I always say was, at some point, I'd just be like, well, you should just think about it if you just spell my name backwards. And people look at me and be like, yeah, why not? It's just so cheesy.
Isaiah, my son just chimed in. It says tall enough to look down on you.
Yeah. Look,
excuse me. I'm trying to get over those allergies. Yeah, so my son asked me, he goes, what's your pickup line? What's your pickup line?
You had one?
And no, you know what it was? It was brutally honest. If I thought you were fucking hot, I'd be like, wow, you're fucking hot. You should call me.
It's a good one. It works.
It worked every time.
It works.
I had a backup plan though if it didn't work.
Okay.
So it was because this whole thing was my drinking days, right? Like, if I was at the bar all the time. So I'm like, you're fucking hot. You should call me. And if she would give me a dirty look, I'd be like, I'm sorry. I've been drinking all day. I could be wrong.
You could be wrong. I thought you were somebody else. It's fine.
I thought, there's 3 of you standing in front of me right now. I don't know.
Yeah, I just, I think we overcomplicate it. But I think to your point, I think confidence is sexy. And
yes.
I'm telling you, ladies, it's not an exaggeration. If you're interested, there is nothing sexier. I don't care. You will increase your odds of what you look like outside of having a great personality, which always helps. If you're confident and you come up and are approachable and you start the conversation, that's sexy.
Nah, I agree. I mean, it depends though. Me and you are a different breed, bro, because freaking a lot of guys, I'll tell you right now, a lot of guys get it, like, there is, in women's defense, there's a lot of guys out there that are insecure.
Of course.
That are intimidated by a strong, independent woman. And listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're that strong, independent woman and you can't find a guy that's not into you because they're intimidated by you, fuck them. Then you need to wait. You need to wait and find that right guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't lower your fucking standard for shit.
Nobody should.
Yeah, I mean, no.
No, we just the other day somebody I ran in so random. It was at the bar with my buddy, and somebody just came up to us and just goes, "Oh my God, I know you guys from the gym," and not like a hitting on way kind of way, just like started a conversation.
Oh, dude, I get that all the time, man. I freaking.
But that's somebody having the confidence to come up to you and ask, right?
Yeah. So the same confidence, right? The same confidence of being. Of a friendly approach.
That's it. You
it's
just break the ice.
Yeah.
So
I like that question. It was a good question.
Yeah. So a good one to start. Adriana from Long Island, New York.
Adrian. How you doing?
What exercise? And their last name is Google.
Wait.
Yeah.
Somebody just asked how tall I am. Tall enough to look down on you.
See, you keep getting that question.
You don't have to ask me anymore. It's right here in the shirt.
It's on the shirt.
It's on the shirt. You can buy that. You can buy that at a merch store soon.
That's right.
Yeah. Right on. Anyway, let's go.
This is a very New York name.
Fucking perfect. Fucking, you know what I mean?
People ask you. That's why I bought your shirt.
I fucking love this shirt. I'm wearing it every fucking time I do a live. Every fucking time. Tall enough to look down on you. It's all that fucking matters.
Adriana Gugliar. Wait. Gugliar. I'm going to mess this up.
Gugliana?
No.
Gugliana.
I'm going to mess up. Adriana G. Yeah, it's a very...
What's that?
I just very Italian New York name.
Gorguloli? Gorguli?
It's a very good. It's a beautiful name. I wish I could say it right, but it's perfectly New York.
Adriana, how you doing?
There you go. Make it better because I fucked it up.
Better. I'll talk to you like this, Adrian. Don't worry about your last name because it's gonna be mine. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
That's good. So you're like the one-line man.
I'm like the one-line man.
What exercises do you recommend?
Put that on the shirt. Tie that down. Tyler, put that down.
There we go.
Yeah, put that down. Don't worry about your last name because it's gonna be mine. Put that on a shirt. It's fucking write that down. That's good shit.
Ty's gonna leave.
Came up with that.
Tyler's gonna leave here with pickup lines.
Oh, he's
just
gonna be a fucking Mac
all.
Daddy, bro.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm out there big pimping and shit.
She wants to know what exercises do you recommend to improve balance?
Ooh, I like this one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, to improve balance. So here's something you can do, right? So we're usually one side dominant, right? We're usually right side or left side dominant. I want you guys to all try this at home. I want you to look in the mirror. I want you to walk how you normally would walk and watch which foot you lead off with. Because I guarantee you it's going to be the side that you're dominant on, your right or left, right? So what you can do, and it's an easy thing to do at home, is when you see that, which side is dominant, say you're left-handed, it's your left foot, say you're right-handed, it's your right foot, and then you lead off on that, start walking with the other foot forward first, right? And what it does is reconnect the neurons and say, hey, I get this whole side of the body I'm not paying attention to. On top of that, you can get a boosted ball. A boosted balls are great for building balance.
I love that thing. People stand on it on this way.
Yeah, put it upside down.
I like putting it upside down.
Yeah, put it upside down. It's a great thing you can do. Boosted ball is amazing. You can do standing wall stuff. Like you can do standing wall squats, which are working on your stabilizer on your hips and everything else and on your knees. The vibration plate is also another one that's really, really good. It helps with flow, but you can stand on it. I mean, there's just certain things you can do that work out great. You can do stuff with bands.
Yeah.
You can put a band around the inside of your thigh and work on moving your adductor and abductors, and work on that there because it's a big key component to keeping your balance. But yoga and Pilates is another way to do it too.
Oh, yoga and
Pilates is a great way to keep your balance and everything else.
If you've never done yoga and you think it's just stretching, wait till you get in there and get beat up.
Oh yeah. No, if you do hot yoga and stuff, or that there, you can really get a good workout.
Oh, Pilates and that reformer machine. Oh,
yeah, it's amazing.
I went in there with my wife, and it was me and I don't know, probably 20 women.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's okay, I'm in shape. And they
kicked your ass.
Oh, they had kicked your ass.
Yeah, kick your ass. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, so I'll be right now. I'll be honest with you. Mother's Day's coming up.
Oh yeah.
If you haven't, I just saw the moms out there. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
If you haven't gotten a Mother's Day gift, I will suggest that a good yoga class, a good Pilates class, a good trainer is a great gift to give to your mother. Yeah,
or you could get her a pole dancing class. They're fun too. You could definitely work on your balance.
So it goes right back to the stripping shit. Right back to the stripping shit.
Mom, I got you a pole dancing class to work on your balance. I love the Bosu ball. It's my favorite.
Bosu ball is the best way to go.
I like all those exercises. You don't need any weights. You can do air squats on there. You can do one-legged stuff. That stuff is great.
Yeah, the reformer looks intimidating. Somebody said the reformer looks intimidating. Yeah, it looks intimidating, but it's really not. If you have a really good instructor that makes you feel comfortable with it, you can literally get a really good workout in 30, 40 minutes, with that right there.
Yeah, don't be intimidated by the machine. When you get in class, the instructors, generally, all the classes I've been to are fantastic. They walk you through it. They take their time. It's just, your body's just not used to being in those positions, and you have to hold them, and it is legitimately tough.
It works on all your stabilizers, man, your core strength, the whole nine.
Core?
Yeah. But like I said, that whole first thing I said about walking with, the opposite foot that you normally do, is a great way to recollect the neurons, let your body. You ever see those old people that walk and they kind of drag a foot behind them?
Oh, yeah.
It's because they come so dominant on the one side, their body is actually ignored that side. You know what I mean? So if you actually take the time to do that and walk and make yourself ambidextrous in walking and be aware of your walking, it's a great way to do that.
All right. We got your Australian crew is back.
What's up, my Aussies?
I guess what they say, Radelaide? Is that how they say it? Radelaide? It's an Australian saying because it's all over this email. It's been great. I guess they DM'd you at one point. You have a little Australian-Italian fan club for Advice Unfiltered. Every Saturday afternoon, all the girls get together and binge watch it. Thank you. We laugh our asses off. Yeah, it's awesome.
That's fucking cool. That's fucking awesome. What's up, Aussies? Oi.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Oi, right?
No, it's whatever. It look Radelaide? I don't know. I learned these things.
I don't know. Google that. Tyler, Google that. What's Radelaide mean?
What's Radelaide mean, buddy? Radelaide. It's Australian for
I'm
sure.
so glad your son did his hair to show the show.
I know. Well, that's the look, bro.
That the look?
He just got a haircut.
He just got a haircut?
Bro, he got a haircut 3 days ago.
You were like, I like that alpaca. I'm going to go for that look.
Bro, this is true. My son gets up for his first day of school, and he's getting dressed, and he comes downstairs, and he's got pajamas on. And I'm like, bro, you're not wearing fucking pajamas to school.
Oh, yeah. All
and
the kids do it. All the kids do it, bro.
I'm like, no offense. I'm like, I work my ass off, so you don't have to wear pajamas to school.
I know, right?
So he gets
like,
dressed
you're not
up.
going to Walmart.
Gets dressed up, got the hair out there and all kinds of shit, and he goes in, and as soon as I pull up to drop him off, every single kid's got pajamas on, every single kid's rocking a haircut. So that's how I know I'm old. I'm just out of the loop on stuff.
Out of the loop, bro.
I'm out of
all
the
the
loop.
kids are doing it. It's all right. So it's Radelaide. What does it mean?
Do we know?
According to Urban Dictionary, Radelaide's a slang term for the city of Adelaide in South Australia.
All right, there you go.
What's up, Radelaide? Radelaide. Woo!
Woo! All right.
There you go.
Jim, question. As a personal trainer, how do you keep someone motivated who's fiercely independent, opinionated, and just doesn't like to be told what to do? My problem is I find myself talking to people and not doing what the personal trainer asks. Now it's been years since I've been there. I'm thinking of going back, essentially, what she's saying. And unfortunately, I think she has her memory that she's a pain in the ass when she's
So you need a trainer that tells you to shut the hell up.
you need someone with a little attitude.
Yeah, you need somebody who's not afraid to tell you, to knock it the fuck off. You know what I mean? Like I'm that trainer. Like I will tell you. Like I listen. I like to chit chat. And this is one thing I'm really good at is creating a small community inside the gym of the people I train.
Oh my God, you're great at that,
right?
bro.
I introduce everybody to everybody, so
Yes,
that way
you do.
they feel like they're part of that gym and they know everybody, and that way also my clients can hold my other clients accountable.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Because so if they see them doing something that I would tell them not to do, they could be like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing?" Chris is gonna yell at you.
Yeah, Chris gonna yell at you.
But my clients, listen, I'm not saying I'm hard on my clients, but I treat them as my job. Right. So all my clients, when I see them, this is the God's honest truth. When I see them working out and I look over, I see them counting more reps. I freaking because so I see them and they'll be like, "Ah," and I'll look over and they'll look at me and they go, and they'll keep going and they'll look at me and they go, "Fuck you, Chris," because that's my job. Like my job is to hold you accountable. Right. My job is to get you in shape. My job is not to hang out with you for an hour and socialize. Now I do have some older clients, some older client ladies that I do that with, right? That I can't push them too hard, and I know deep down that they don't have a lot of socialization, right? They don't talk to a lot of people during the day. This is actually their highlight of actually get out of the house.
Yeah, get out.
You know what I mean? So I don't push them so hard, and I do chat with them, but I would say 98% of my clients, I'm like, "Yeah, man, just shut up, let's go." Let's do it. I don't give them a chance to talk to everybody.
Look, by the way, no offense. I mean, personal trainer, you're investing. It's an investment. You're investing good money into wanting results. Yeah. So don't shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah. Like, don't give him a hard time. Like, he's there to do a job, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're making it harder for him, I had this one lady. Oh, man, I had this one lady that I fired her. I gave her to somebody else. First time ever I did it. Because literally I would go like, "Listen, we're going to this machine over here." And she would literally get up and go, "Ah." And drag her feet, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "If you don't want to do this, you don't have to do this."
Yeah, you're paying.
Like, I'm not trying to force you to do anything. Like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to help you. And I was like, "I don't want to take your money." She's like, "Oh no, I'm fine. And then I would have her do the exercise, and she'd be goofing around, like not even doing the exercise. I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Drive me crazy.
Drive me fucking nuts. So I gave her to somebody else. So I was like, "You know what?" I was like, I can't work with you. I'm gonna let somebody else finish your sessions for you because you're too frustrating for me. Like, you're not taking this seriously. Like, I need you to take. I love every client I have, but there's certain people that you have to listen. I want to get results for you, man.
Yeah, I'm
invested in you getting results. That's what I'm invested in, and it excites me.
I also have to imagine that every person you train is a little bit of a walking billboard for you as a trainer.
Absolutely, 100%.
So I don't want somebody I train being like, "Oh, this is the results I get when I pay that guy."
Yeah, no, if we can, I think, and here's my thing, like, especially my job, right? So I don't do cold calls. And I don't go around trying to solicit clients. Like, all my clients are referred to me. All my clients are people that see me training other people at the gym, and they're like, "Yo, I want to work with you." You know what I mean? So that's the nicest thing. So if, to have that clientele that looks at you and go, "All right, that's the guy. That's the one right there that's going to get me in shape. He's going to get me on that path," and I take it seriously. You know what I mean? I that's why I don't do online training. I don't do online training because people try to freaking talk to me about their social lives and try to hit on me and shit. And I'm not. I didn't go to school, man. I didn't do all those years of education to be treated like I'm a fucking stripper. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm fucking educated. Like,
You don't want to be a fuck boy? That's
no,
not.
I don't want to be a fuck boy, man. I'm a fucking top notch fucking trainer. That's what the fuck I am.
And Joanna, just as a side note, at the end of your question, you asked something about you hold everybody else accountable to your but yourself, and how can you fix that? Simple. What I always find is when you really want to do a goal, share it and tell everyone, so that so everyone knows what your goal is, and when you don't accomplish it, it really looks bad on you.
Yes.
So when you want to do something, I tell everyone what my goal is, because then I feel like I can't let myself down because I've told everyone what I'm going to do.
Yeah, you can't be like my father, who sent me a thing the other day. He goes, I joined a gym 6 months ago and I haven't lost any weight. I think I'm going to go today and find out why.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Connie writes in, and Connie, I know you have another question somewhere, but I did address it just so you know. Yes, we're going to get mugs and cute stuff. We're looking on the action figures. We will put some stuff on the desk. It will become now that we're 14 episodes in, now we can, now we know we're consistent. We'll put some stuff on the desk.
Yeah.
So I know she had mentioned
And
it.
we're working on some merch for you guys, man. Like these shirts
yes.
here. People are already asking. People are already saying they want the shirt.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, don't forget about Tony's shirt over here, you know.
Be a grower.
Be a grower, and a show. And
Be a grower and a shower.
And a shower.
Why have to choose?
Right?
Going back to people who say that we give great advice.
Do we ship internationally? Yes.
We'll ship anywhere you want.
Absolutely.
Anita, she wrote in. Anita had asked us a question in episode 12. She is the only woman on an all men's team. And she had asked about
for work.
Yes, for work.
Yes, I remember this. Yes.
So she said, hey, point number 1, I ain't sleep with anybody at work, so don't worry about that. That's definitely not going to happen. That was good advice. Number 2, she said, hey, I don't back down. I managed to make my points clearly. They now know exactly where I stand. So she feels really comfortable. So thank you for that, which is great.
That's awesome.
The only thing she had just asked is, most of the guys are very nice, but they're also very, very serious. But I enjoy a good laugh and a bit of fun at work. Do you have any tips on how to bring more lightness and humor to the team? I would just tell you it takes time. I mean, you really got to know people.
Listen, if they're funny nutties, man, that's just, sometimes people are just. I mean, they hate their lives and their job.
Also depends on the job.
Yeah, they might just hate their job, just miserable fucks.
For all we know, they could be.
It was like that dude at my job. Remember, I was like, "Oh, what's up, motherfucker?" And he's like, "Don't call me motherfucker," and got all fucking upset. You know what I mean? Because he hated his fucking life. You know, some people just hate their job. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just have to laugh silently inside your head.
That's it. Also, you could be, for all we know, you could be a nuclear missile tester or something, and you probably shouldn't be.
That's actually a good shirt, too. You write that down, too, Tyler. That's
there we go.
Shirt.
Nuclear missile tester.
No. Laugh quietly inside your head.
There you go. And that's what I do every day when I see people.
Yeah, I do it all the time. Especially when I see people doing crazy shit at the gym. Here's my question. Why is it always people who aren't in shape that do the most whacked out, hardest shit? I don't understand.
Yeah, it's called the internet. They don't know.
Right? Like I see them doing stuff that literally they have no business doing.
Oh,
None.
yeah, for sure.
No, like even me, who's in shape, would not do that shit.
Yeah.
And they do this stuff, and I'm like, what are they doing? Like, just pick up a normal weight, man, and just work out normally, and you'll get results. Why make it so What do you need 30 bands for on top of a Busu ball with a fucking curl bar doing 30 pounds? Like, what are you doing,
man? I
man?
only think of that sometimes because I think they want attention.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can say is they're trying to show stuff on the ground. Like, look at me doing this fucking really hard shit.
Oh, it's really difficult stuff.
Who sent me the one? Did you send me the one with the ball? The guy with the ball?
Maybe.
Oh no, somebody else sent it to me. It was the guy.
I said you
ball.
lost. I had no idea.
The guy was on a yoga ball.
Okay.
Had a straight bar behind him, was standing on it, and then rolls on his back, flips back on top of the ball, balances on it, and then rolls back off and jumps on the wall. I'm like, why?
Why? There's
like,
no.
What is the point of that?
There is zero.
I'm like,
so everyone could see the person.
You
That's
can't
it.
fight like that. Like, what are you doing?
That's it.
Like, I don't know. Whatever, man. Just go. I would just kick the ball off from whatever.
Jenna from Arizona. She asked an interesting question. Will you guys ever come to the episode cleanly shaven? And I will tell you, no, for me, for sure. And I'm not even. I'm always 5 o'clock. You actually have a beard.
I do have a beard.
I had a beard about a week ago. I think in the last episode. But I'm always 5 o'clock. I can't. Not that I can. I just don't have any reason to.
No. I don't know. I was gonna do a poll.
I
was gonna do a Chris David poll, man. We're gonna take a vote and see if I should shave my beard.
When's the last time you've been clean shaven?
3 years ago.
Oh well, God, let's see what this poll's like.
3 years ago, So I got sick with COVID, and I was always clean shaven. Always, I would have like a 5 o'clock shadow, but I would clean shave freaking. Like I would have 5 o'clock shadow like halfway through the week, and then I got sick with COVID. I didn't shave. I was sick for like 2.5 weeks. I didn't shave at all. And next thing you know, my ex and my son were all like, "Dad, keep the beard." Keep the beard.
Yeah.
And then my modeling career took off, so now the beard's there.
Yeah, I can't unless it's
So let's
unless
take
it's
a vote.
something.
Let's take a vote. Should I shave my beard?
No,
Shave it.
I'm gonna help you. No. But hey, look, I only did it one time a couple years ago for a job interview that you didn't even need to shave for, so
Yeah.
there's no real need. Dawn from Nebraska, in the middle of the locker room after showering and standing naked, the girl next to me started talking to me and pitching me on a new skincare line. She was talking to me and rubbing lotion on me while I was changing.
She was rubbing lotion on you while you were changing?
That's what it says.
Wow, that's a little intrusive.
How do you guys feel about being men in your locker room? Is it okay to network while we're standing naked, or is there some sort of etiquette I'm not aware of? By the way, I have seen. Look, and I'll be honest with you. I actually had this thought the other day because some people. I was in the locker room, going to get changed, and guys were just standing there. Look, I don't have any problem being naked and getting changed in front of people. You get to an age, you don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And I also don't want to stand there
and talk to you with my ding dong hanging out.
I don't want to be sitting on the bench, like reaching in the locker, and you standing right here and just talking to me about, oh my God, wait, see you out there, and I'm like, can we just put some pants on?
We have a basketball player that likes to walk around that plays naked.
Does he?
Yeah,
in the gym?
He's been yelled at a couple times. Good guy though.
In the locker room?
Yeah, and he's huge too. So it's like,
well, yeah, I know. I mean,
he's a basketball player. The freaking. So it's like so you gotta look up and I'm going, thank God you're tall, bro. Because I'm not trying to look down. Can you put a towel on, please?
Yeah,
whatever.
I look. It happens. I don't think people realize it. I don't think people really care. But I do think some point. I don't know how to say anything. I just get dressed. But I never had a guy come start rubbing lotion on my back.
No, I'd punch him in the face. I'm sorry.
That would be difficult.
Space. Yeah, there's personal space.
Yeah.
I don't even like guys pat me on the ass or something like that. Fucking when I'm walking by, like don't touch me. We're not playing sports. You want to high five me, great, but don't fucking pat me on the ass.
Hey, good game.
Yeah, good game. No good game. Don't touch me.
That's awesome. Amber from Los Angeles, California. She writes in, my roommate is secretly an OnlyFans model in my shared apartment. The only reason I now know this is because she was hanging out with her guy friend. And they were talking about OnlyFans, and he started showing her accounts that he pays for and watches. And one of the accounts was her roommate, who's filming OnlyFans all over the house, including her bedroom.
Without her knowing it?
Without her knowing it.
That's amazing.
She's filming over the house. Do I bring it up, kick her out? What do you guys think I should do?
Definitely bring it the fuck up.
Bring it the fuck up.
Bring it the fuck up. I would definitely bring it the fuck up. Like, why would you not bring it up? Be like, yes, freaking, listen, do your OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Over
do your
there.
Whatever.
Do it in your room. Don't do it in my room. Because God forbid, who knows what the fuck she's doing.
I can't knock OnlyFans. I told you. I think I have an account somewhere.
Yeah, freaking. It's my backup plan. Plan D.
That's it.
Plan D.
If Advice Unfiltered doesn't work out, you're gonna find Advice Unfiltered OnlyFans, and then we'll just really go start raking in money.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, I would definitely talk to her about it. I would find out what the hell's going on.
Yeah, you can't be doing shit.
I don't think it's a big deal if she's doing it in your house. You know what I mean?
I don't think...
It's it's not like your dad's watching. He's like, oh my God, I know that room.
No, who cares?
Who cares?
Just not in your bedroom.
Yeah, I would definitely bring it up to her like that. Yeah.
Have you ever had like guy roommates, like friends as growing up in any part of your life? Like I know in like college, I had like guy roommates, and nothing is worse than when you come home and you find out your buddy is sleeping with somebody in your bed.
Yeah,
because somebody else is in their room, and you're like, no, that's not cool. Like we're friends. We're not like that though.
No, because I was always the one to get laid.
Yeah,
I was always the one to get laid.
Did you ever like sleep in another buddy's bed and be like, "Oh, my bad"?
Yes.
Poor Chris.
Yeah, I'm a bad person. yeah. Not my fault though. I mean, I guess
it is your fault.
It was my fault.
But Amber, worst case scenario, what I would do is ask your male best friend if he has any tips or advice of things she does well, so she can make more money, so she never misses rent payments.
There you go. Yeah, right. Listen, you guarantee she's going to pay rent.
Absolutely.
Right?
She's probably raking in a lot of money.
yeah, right. That's so funny.
Ethan from Boston, Massachusetts. My fiance made a list. So they played a game, and they were doing the bucket list thing with hall pass. Make a list of people that you can sleep with if we were married, kind of deal.
Oh, kind of like yeah.
Now you would, if I said to you make a list of hall pass people, you would immediately think, what's the level of people we're talking about? Like celebrities, right?
Yeah.
People that you just don't run into on the day-to-day.
Daily basis, yeah.
Yeah. My fiance made a list of 10 men on her bucket list she would sleep with.
And she knew them all. You
and,
knew them all.
We weren't getting married. And she said, if we're not going to get married, this is the list of people I would sleep with. And she showed it to me, and it's people they all knew. And it's so trifling, bro.
So trifling, bro. So fucked up.
Should I be worried? I thought it was funny to make a bucket list. She made it of real people. Do you think this is a pressure tactic, or should I take this some sort of way? That's a dirty thing to do.
I agree, because I think now you're
can't, never gonna forget that.
And not only that, but you're not gonna trust her around your friends, bro.
No,
you know what I mean. You're gonna be like, is she fucking him? Is she fucking him? Where'd they go off together right now? You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
No, that's
that's a dick thing to do.
I don't even know now. I mean, I know that sounds horrible, but I don't even know how I call you my fiance after you. But I mean, look, I don't know, Ethan, how long you've been fianceing this person for. I mean, maybe it's been a fiance for 10 years, right? And he doesn't close the deal and she's pissed about it. In that case, get off the pot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, shit, get off the pot. But if it's just a normal relationship and you're just engaged and this is where she's at, I think you might want to question that because I couldn't get that out of my head.
Yeah, because she sounds like an antagonist.
Yeah, I would never be able to get that out of my head.
She sounds like she's going to constantly antagonize you and say things to you that she knows are going to make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I hate that shit. I fucking hate that shit. You know what I mean? It's like fucking, it's like me saying I'll bang your fucking best friend, blah, 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 blah.
Me and you talked about it. There's nothing worse than someone who wants drama. At this point in my life, I want zero drama.
Amen.
Yeah.
Zero fucking drama.
Yeah, that's number one. You're like, what's your biggest red flag? Drama.
Drama.
Done. I always tell people I'm allergic to three things: drama, moving, and exes. Those are only three things. That's like
exes.
Yeah, I don't like any of that shit.
That's cool. I'm allergic to work, but nobody believes me.
Oh, well, every day I wake up.
I keep trying to get disability. I'm like, I'm allergic to work. I shouldn't be here.
My boss was so funny. My boss goes to me, he goes, he's so excited. Like, he watches and he's ridiculously in a great way. He loves the success we're having.
Yes.
He's a bro's bro. Like, he's a bro.
Bro.
And so he said to me the other day, he goes, the only thing I'm so excited about for you? And I go, what? He goes, about a year from now, you're probably going to be so famous, we're not going to be able to afford to keep you on the always And I was like, no, I'm always going to work. He's like, I hope not. And like, he meant it in a good way.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I guess I kind of hope not.
Forget that's goals.
I just want to be rich enough and then invest in the company, and then I'd just be a part owner. So
I want to fucking make sure that we become entrepreneurs.
Yes,
that we fucking get all this fucking shit out there. Freaking that we get to travel and fucking be like, hey, bye, we're here, place unfiltered in fucking Italy.
Yeah, Sophia from San Diego, California.
What's up, San Diego?
All right,
it's whale vagina.
It's such a great show.
Great show.
So she was on a job interview, which happens on Zoom. I accidentally left the Zoom on after the interview, and when I got up, I had no pants on. The interview.
That is awesome.
By the way, I did an interview with a suit jacket and everything up here, and I had sweatpants on. And in the middle of the interview, the guy was so nice. It was actually my old job, one of the interviews, and the guy goes, oh, we're talking. I'm like, about the Zoom. And he goes, hey, I got sweatpants. And I go, me too. And we both stood up. We both had sweats on. But she had no pants on. She gets up, walks away, comes back, and the guy is still there. The Zoom is still on. And he doesn't say anything. He just smiles and ends the interview. She's completely pantsless. And then here's a kicker. She got the job. Now, do I take
Absolutely
it
hard.
Or do I walk away?
No, take the job.
I take the job.
What the fuck?
Look, hey.
You might get a bonus.
No, I mean,
a boner.
Look,
bonus.
We talk about this stuff all the time. At this point in your life, if you get embarrassed by something, there's only two options: you run from it, or you just run to it.
Own it.
You just own it. Yeah, you know what? You saw me no pants on. If that's why I got the job, maybe I'm a great candidate and I have a nice ass. I mean, I can't. It is what it is.
Yeah,
Tyler from Seattle, Washington. All right,
What's up,
Tyler.
Seattle?
Don't move to Seattle. This might be you. Tyler's found out his wife's work husband is actually an ex-boyfriend. I'm not really sure how to feel about that, but more importantly, and just a curiosity from your guys' point, how do you guys ever deal with the work wife-husband relationship? So have you ever dated someone or been with somebody where they have the guy or girlfriend that's their go-to person?
Yeah, they're usually gay though.
Well, that's a very valid point. The funny thing is I've had somebody call me the work husband, and my rule of thumb is always this, and I know this sounds a little legitimately nuts, but it's always worked for me. I don't mind having a work wife. They got to be unattractive. Like, because I just think it's comfortable. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want anything. I don't mind someone calling me that, but I also don't want, like, I've had a girl best friend, and I mean this nicely, ugly as fuck.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know, we got along. Like, she was great.
Nah, I don't.
But nobody questioned whether, like, we had a relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't.
No, I think it doesn't. I don't know if you can. Here's my thing, man. I don't know. Maybe it's my age. I don't have time to give a fuck. You know what I mean? If you want to have a work husband, you have a work girl, wife, or whatever, man. As long as you're not fucking them, man. I'm not going to sit there at my job all day and worry about who the fuck you're talking to. Like, I'm just not freaking. So, like, that's up to you, man. Like, if you want to sit and take the time and be like, man, and it comes back to you, right? Like, it's not that I don't care. I do care. You know what I mean? But I care enough about myself to not be stressed out about shit that I have no control over, right?
Yeah.
So you have no control over what she does or what he does. You can tell them that you don't like the fact, you feel comfortable with it. I mean, if they respect you enough, they'll stop saying it. You know,
Yeah.
that's not going to change their dynamic of their relationship at work because you're not
But
there.
you're not there.
You're not there.
You're
so
not
it's not going to
there.
matter, man. So you can be like, oh, I don't like when you call me your work husband, and he's going to be like, so she's not going to say it in front of you. You know what I mean?
Doesn't
So
change it.
it's not going to change the relationship because fucking all you're going to do is cause a little bit of stress between you and her because if you show up at her work now, she's like, oh, I don't want him getting upset.
It's like that friend episode because then you start causing stress in a relationship, and then in the top of your head when you have a fight, you're like, oh, she's going to the dick in the glass. You know what I mean?
She's going to the dick of the fucking job. You know what I mean?
Break glass.
Yeah.
Emergency
So
dick.
my suggestion to you is focus on you. Focus on the things you can have control over. Which is how you react to things, right? So you can tell her, listen, like I would say, man, you can tell her it's not comfortable. I'm not comfortable with it. Freaking, you know what I mean? See where things end up after that. If she respects you enough to not to say it in front of you anymore. But I'm telling you right now, because she's at work with the guy, she's not going to change how she treats him at work.
No.
It's not going to change anything, man. So either you got to accept it or move on from it.
Or she's going to pull one of these. She's going to pull my husband said I can't talk to you anymore. And then he's going to be the good guy because he's going to be like, oh, that's good. Why is he jealous?
Yeah, why is he jealous? I haven't done anything.
You said something that I took years to finally realize, and I think is the best advice that you can really give somebody. In any relationship you're in, instead of worrying about the other person, all I've ever done, and I mean this, in the last couple relationships, I just want to be the best person I can be. I want to be in shape. I want to be at the best job I can be. I want to be learning and growing. So just in case it doesn't work out, I'm fine with it because I'm leaving a relationship in a better place than when I started. So I worked so much on focusing on me that at the end of the day, you get to the point where if the relationship doesn't work out, you just go, well, okay, it doesn't matter.
That's the thing. Like, so you want to make sure that you. Listen, as I told this to somebody I care about the other day. If you're watching, if you really want to keep somebody with you, the best way to keep somebody with you is to work on yourself and become so secure and confident in yourself that they'd be afraid to lose you.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I
all
mean?
you can do.
That's it. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, other than that, you can't control the uncontrollable, which is the other person. You can't control somebody. You just can't, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You can try your damnedest to, but people are human, man. They're going to do things. It's a chaos theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people are going to do stuff. You can't control it, man. If they do it, then, and you find out about it, then, you handle it from there.
Yeah.
But worrying about it, man, is like sitting in a goddamn rocking chair and expecting to go somewhere. You're not. You're just going to be going back and forth, and it's not going to change anything. So I would just let it go.
Emily from Denver, Colorado.
What's up, Colorado? Love Colorado.
Is a good one. I'm wondering if you guys think penises and vaginas are ugly. Was using a mirror to check myself out for something I was looking at, and I realized I don't think it's as pretty as I once thought it was. What do you guys think of penises and vaginas? I thought it was a funny question.
That is a funny question.
Do you ever really look at a vagina and be like, it's beautiful, or I love it, or it's
I love the female body.
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
I think it's an amazing thing. I think it's a gorgeous thing. Here's a fun fact since we're talking about vaginas. You know what vagina means in Latin? Because I used to think it was a stupid name, right? I used to think I'm like, who looked at that and goes,
vagina.
that's a vagina, right? Because that's not the first thing that comes to my mind, right? You got clam, trap, snail, whatever. Freaking, you know what I mean? Like there's things that would come to my mind, especially back in the day. Like back in the day, you would think, what does it look like, right? Do you know? So you know what a vagina means in Latin?
No.
It means sword sheath.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
So you slide your sword in the sheath. Yeah. Which so it brings a whole new respect to the word for me, because I like swords. I think it's cool shit. But I think the female body's an amazing thing. Like it's an amazing thing.
Well, it's funny because we probably have that both sensibility because of liking going to gym and working on the bodies and looking at all those things. Like, I don't I don't know how women don't, like someone had asked this and it's one of the questions and here it was something about, and we also got it last week. It was a married question and we get it quite often, just so you know. There's a lot of married women who will be like, oh, well, I had kids and maybe I don't look the same and maybe that's why he's not as attracted to me. I gotta be honest with you. You are beautiful.
Yes.
If you're a woman, every part of you is amazing. It's great to look at.
Yes.
I mean, it's just, I'm like a child.
I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body.
That's great. Yeah, Emily, I don't. I mean,
We should get that in a shirt.
The only thing I
lesbian
think
trapped
would
in a
be
man's body.
weird is if you were dating someone and they stopped for like a half hour and like, let me just stare at it. Like, I mean, there's a limit to what we're saying, but nothing is better than.
I'll play
just
with a woman all day.
I mean, yeah, it's fantastic.
It's like a kid with a toy. I'm like,
Yes.
woo!
That's what I'm thinking. My wife always tells me, she's like, you're like a child. I'm like, yeah. And I'll be that way fucking forever.
Fuck yeah, I'm like a child. Fuck yeah, man.
It's still amazing
listen,
to me.
I used to always say, so girls I would date, like, man, all you care about is having sex. I'm like, listen, the day I don't want to have sex
That's
with you
a
anymore,
problem.
there's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
Like the fact that I come home and I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking, I want to get that. That's it's a compliment.
My favorite on Family, the show Family. Oh God, what is it? It's
Tune in Tokyo. Yeah.
Oh God, the guy from Al Bundy, the guy from Married with Children, is on one of the longest running sitcoms. Why am I Modern Family, and he's dating that beautiful Spanish woman.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where there's a clip from an episode, and she walks into the living room and she goes, "Hey, I'm taking a shower. Do you want to join me?" And he turns to her and goes, "If I ever say no, I want you to grab the shotgun out of the garage and just shoot me."
Yeah. Yeah.
I go, that's the perfect answer.
Yeah, it's the truth, man.
Yeah. So, George from Berlin, Germany. We got Germany today.
What's up, Germany?
All right. Shout out Germany and shout out the militaries. He's from the U.S. He's stationed over there. I know a lot of people are in Germany, so shout out to all the troops in Germany and troops all over the world. We appreciate you guys. The girl I like at the gym always walks on the treadmill right in front of me. I must admit, there's open treadmills everywhere, but she walks right in front of me. I love it, but I don't know how to talk to her. Is she flirting, or am I just imagining she's always in front of me? And if not, do I say hi? Have you ever had, you've had to have people in the gym try to like finagle a way to be in line sight, right?
So here's the thing. So the best way to know if she's trying to flirt with you, if she's doing it on purpose, is if she makes eye contact with you before she gets to that treadmill. She's going to see if you're paying attention, as she's walking towards the treadmill, or as she turns the corner right before she gets in front of you, she's going to look at you. If she doesn't do those things, that has nothing to do with you. She just might like that treadmill.
That's a good call. Move a treadmill over so you're not always on the same one.
Try test it out, man. Go to another treadmill. See if she gets in front of you there. Do it again. See if she gets in front of there. But I guarantee you, if you're actually paying attention, she's going to try to make eye contact with you to see where you're at before she gets in that treadmill.
Yeah. By the way, it is funny because I mean there's because the way we go to the gym, the treadmills are set up in these rows, and I giggle inside sometimes as I watch it happen, and I'm just like.
Oh yeah, you see people get right behind somebody.
I just watch it and I go, all right, I guess somebody's working in front of me. All right, so Trevor from Las Vegas, Nevada. Trevor got drunk and signed up for a Spartan race in 6 weeks and never worked out before.
Good luck with that, bro.
Should he train? Do you have any advice for training for these type of events?
Yeah. Start running.
You should reschedule it for next year.
Yeah, 6 weeks, dude. That's fucking. I mean, I don't know how. I'm assuming you're not in good shape if you haven't been working out. I'm assuming that you're not.
Yeah, well, you wrote the question in, so I'm guessing the same.
So I'm gonna guess you're not in shape. So what I would do is get the fuck out of it. Because 6 weeks doesn't give you a lot of time. I mean, you can work out every day if you wanted to, but listen, if you're planning on doing this, your biggest thing you're gonna have to do is change your diet immediately. Start eating more greens and lean meat protein, and you're going to have to start doing cardio twice a day. It's the only way you're going to survive through this Spartan thing. Or
just go into it with no expectations.
Yeah, and hope you don't die.
Because I've done a bunch of these races, and you can go around the obstacles, and you can. But then why are you paying money to just go on a...
They're expensive, man. Like, what, 120
bucks? Yeah, why you just signed up to go on a 4-mile run? Like, doesn't make any sense. But
if anything you take from that lesson is don't drink so much.
Yeah, do a bunch of cardio or reschedule. That's what I would tell you.
Yeah.
Leah from Cairo, Egypt. All right.
What's up, Egypt?
Cairo, Egypt. Leah's dad keeps making fake Facebook accounts to spy on her boyfriends. Do I admire his dedication because he's a father, or do I have to tell him enough's enough? Oh, it's a dad thing. It's a tough
dad thing. That's here's my thing. All right, so it's actually a good lead in, right? So I got asked today, and I also got a screenshot from the news report. There is a huge group.
Okay.
Called 724, I think is the name.
Okay.
That are reaching out to kids and they're grooming them.
Oh, the grooming thing.
Yeah, they're grooming them and they're having them send explicit pictures and then blackmailing them. And they're also telling them to hurt themselves. So I will say this. In this day and age, I don't think it's too much. Typically I would say he's being a little crazy. But, honest to God, there's a lot going on right now with AI.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of, I deal with it personally with scammers, trying to rip people off that are pretending to be me. So I really think right now where things are at in such a heated space online that the parent is the first defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, you know what, dude? Keep protecting your kid.
Yeah, it's a tough. As long as he's not doing anything like messaging the boyfriend, or anything that crosses the line. But
but you know what I mean. Like in this day and age, you can't be too careful, man.
Yeah,
you just can't. There's too many crazy people out there. There's people out there online that are purposely trying to hurt people. Sex trafficking them the whole nine. You know what I mean? Freaking and they're reaching out to our kids. These people are reaching. They're horrible human beings.
You watch those crazy videos of like people pulling women into van. Like it is bananas.
There was just one. Was it in New York?
They just brazenly grabbed somebody.
They grabbed some 17-year-old girl. This guy was dragging her for like 3 blocks. She's screaming for help, and nobody helped her. Nobody helped her right away. And finally, people went over to help her. So listen, I would have told you, even 5 years ago, that's a little much, man. You're being a little crazy. But again, like I said, just today alone, I had a message from somebody on Instagram, and it came up on my news feed on Facebook from ABC News about this group, this 724 group. That they are doing stuff, you know what I mean? So again, I think you're first line of defense for protecting your kids. So as a parent, I would say just do whatever you can to protect them.
Yeah, I know my buddy Josh is watching with his little daughter Rocklyn, and he told me he's going to train her to fight UFC, and I told him that's a great idea. There you go, Rocklyn. I know you're watching. You should train in the UFC and learn some jiu-jitsu. But even the same as a dad, even for a son. Look, I can't imagine how much crazier it is for a daughter, right? 100%.
Yes.
But even for a son, I remember like I had conversations with him and his buddies, and I try to make it funny, but I would literally come in and have these like minute chats with the guys. And I'd come in and the very first one I said, hey guys, let's have a conversation. They're like, what? And the first one was don't send dick pics. Yeah. And it was a big thing just because first of all, you shouldn't send dick pic anyways, but I'm also like, you don't even know if that person's a woman or a real person or not a guy. Yeah. And then it was don't get catfish. But there's things that you just realize that like they don't, because AI is so amazing now that I work in that space. I told you, like some of the top OnlyFans accounts are men, created women who aren't real, who are making millions of dollars, and everyone thinks they're real people.
Yeah. So I in this day and age, I think going above and beyond is okay.
Yeah, so Troy from Indianapolis, Indiana. This is a good one. Troy's girlfriend was putting pineapple on his birthday cake because she told him she read on the internet it makes him taste better.
Knew that was coming.
As soon as I saw the pineapple, do you guys believe that there are foods that you eat that make people taste better?
Yes.
And that 100%. Is 100% true.
100% true.
Don't eat asparagus.
100% true. Do not fucking eat asparagus. Do not eat that shit before you have sex at all. It's 100% true. You are what you eat, man.
Yes. Oh, I know. And then look, I guess the pineapple was one. I think coconut water. I don't know. But I heard few good ones, but lots of bad ones.
Coconut water.
There you go. Chris always has coconut water.
I always got coconut water.
But there's that. I guess there is truth to it. You can taste like shit.
So if you want to make sure you taste good, you want to eat like fruits.
By the way, shout out to your girlfriend who's like having fun with you and being like, I'm gonna throw some
that's a good girl, man. She wants to make sure
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. You're like, first of all, what a foreshadow what your night's gonna be. She's like, hey, I put pineapples on your cake.
Somebody said kiwi.
There you go. It's another maybe good one.
I bet you're right. Absolutely, man.
Look, shout out to the girl who turns around and goes, hey, Let's have some fun later. By the way, I gave you this to try.
Give this a try. Make sure you taste good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, for you, dude, that's a guaranteed in, right? You're like,
my
damn,
God. Yeah.
score. I don't even have to do nothing.
Shout.
Happy fucking birthday.
Yes. All right. So, Lucia from Miami, Florida.
What's up, Miami?
Lucia, my boyfriend refuses to work out with me now because he says I'm too competitive, and every time he comes in the gym, I want to kick his ass. Should I tone it down or keep dominating him? But I do really like the fact that he goes, but he's starting not to go anymore.
Oh.
He's kicking his ass.
Yeah.
I think you could tone it down a little bit. I mean, look,
tone it down a little bit, man.
you want your partner to go.
Yeah, you want him to go. You want him to be in shape. You want to make it seem like it's a fun thing and not a fucking torturous thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you start harassing me every time I go to the fucking gym, I wouldn't want to go either.
No, I wouldn't want to go either.
Especially if you make me look bad.
No. My wife had to tell me that too because she actually, like, I get excited. She'll be working out. She'll come over and she'll be like, hey, can you train me? Like, for a day. And I'll be like, yeah, because usually I'm all doing my own thing. But then I get so excited. I want to run her through the gauntlet of shit that I do.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey.
Slow down.
Slow down.
Yeah,
like, oh, my bad.
So it's funny. So I literally have learned I cannot date somebody and train them.
Oh, yeah, you can't.
Can't.
I mean.
Because they literally will argue with me the whole fucking time.
Oh.
Drives me fucking nuts. Freaking, and they're like, well, I didn't see this on Instagram. I don't give a fuck what you saw on Instagram. They didn't go to school. I don't give a shit. Fuck Instagram. Fuck YouTube. I'm a fucking trained professional. If I tell you to fucking do it, fucking do it. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
No, I totally get it. So,
Yeah.
all right, Hannah from Philly, a little PA action in there.
Go Birds.
All right, her boyfriend is saving himself for marriage, which means I am as well. We've been dating for 5 years, but now I'm starting to get the itch. I'm 27 years old. Is it wrong to issue an ultimatum? I think the Lord would understand that I need something now and not later. Is there any way I can talk to him into something, even if it's just the back door, or can we play just the tip?
Is he Catholic?
It's got to be a religious thing,
It's
right?
gotta be Catholic, right?
I'm not a big religious person, so I mean, I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious, so I don't, and I definitely don't adhere to this.
If you really want some, here's how I'd approach it. I'd be like, listen, was Adam and Eve married?
Oh, that's a good one.
No, there was no priest there. There was no pope there. There was no father of the peace. There was none of that. And yet here we all are, right? So if he's religious, I would throw that at him. I asked him if anybody married Moses. Nobody married Moses. Yeah, here we are. So again, marriage is in the eyes of God, not a piece of paper. So if you love him and he loves you, then I would use that and be like, go down on me.
There was a girl. Yeah. There was this girl that we in high school that was super religious, and her and her boyfriend were like doing that whole like not till married thing. But I only ever remember it because the only thing they used to do is they used to do it in the butt, and her thing was, well, that doesn't count.
Yeah, it's still a virgin.
Still a virgin.
God's condom. It's God's condom, bro.
There's a name for that.
Yeah.
Hey, so actually, funny enough, asking you, so I saw this, I was reading this about kids and sex in school and people having sex much older. You're in high school. Are people pushing it off till later, or do people, is it a thing in high school?
No one is.
No, okay, so I figured.
Nobody's waiting?
Nobody's waiting.
Yeah, no, there's
That's
nobody fucking waiting.
There's no lie.
Waiting.
That's a complete lie.
Yeah, nobody's fucking waiting.
No.
These kids are having sex earlier and earlier. Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
That's the only, I mean, I
Did
don't
your
know.
son just tell you he wasn't a virgin? Is that what just
I'm
happened?
not even asking.
Is that what just happened?
I don't even want to know.
Is that what just live
Look,
here?
I'm the worst. Look, you'll find this funny. Of all the advice unfiltered I can give, my wife comes to me and goes, okay. She comes to me one day and she says, we got a problem. I said, what's up? She goes, I found condoms in Tyler's book bag.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. Now, this is last year, bro. So he's 16, right? So here we go. Or no, you're 15 or 15. Okay. So now it's right. She's like, hey, you know what I mean? You gotta have this conversation. So of course I'm like, I got this. This is what, like, so I do. I must have sat on it for like 2 weeks trying to figure out like what the approach was. And finally, my wife comes home and she gets out the car, and I go,
made it so fucking awkward.
She was,
and just pull it out and be like, this is how you put it on a banana.
It's like she was like almost in tears. And I go, what's the matter? She goes, I just cried on the whole way home, and now I feel better, but I cried. I go, why? She goes, well, you didn't bring it up, so I did.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
So here I am.
It was not awesome.
That is awesome.
Here I am
Let's make him feel really uncomfortable about it now.
Here I am giving advice to people, and
the
everything.
stepmom comes in and goes, I'm going to tell you all about the person
wife
bees.
is the one that has to be like, well, my husband keeps putting it off, so I'm gonna bring it up. And look,
funny.
and funny enough to most parents out there, and correct me if I'm wrong, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but he has an older stepsister, so the mom was like, hey, just making sure she was safe, and then gave some to him just in case. That's what I was told, and I just left it at that. But look, at least at the end of the day, you should have the conversation about
Yes.
And my only thing I could say to my son is my mom had me was pregnant with me when she was 16, and my brother when she was 17. So I sometimes look at him and I can't fathom how my mom did it and my parents did it. I can't imagine. And then I look at him and go, do you really want to be a dad right now?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Wrap that shit.
Put it away.
Yeah,
Duct tape it to your leg. Just wait.
And here's the other thing too. Here's another thing too. So he throws the whole God thing into it. Ask him this. Ask him how all the animals reproduce. Right. So obviously God's a fucking pervert. Right. Because he had to think about all those things from the amoeba all the way up, how they reproduce. So I don't think he thinks sex is bad. You know what I mean? So
God said, "Let my children be fruitful."
Right.
I just saw a funny meme. Somebody made an animated AI cartoon, and this guy walks in, and it's Mary and Joseph, and Joseph's got a cake, and Mary goes, you made a cake? And he goes, yeah, I made a cake. And she goes, but where'd you get the ingredients? He goes, well, they just came to me. And she's like, how'd you put it together? We don't have a kitchen. He's like, it just happened. And she goes, you don't even have an oven. He goes, it was a miracle. She goes, and she gets mad at him. She's like, how on earth can you make a cake from nothing? And he looks at her and goes, exactly, Mary.
Oh, that is so good.
It's
so good.
It's so
funny.
Oh my God, it's so good. The guy walks in, it's like
That's
hilarious.
so funny. That's so good.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
But look,
Exactly, Mary. I don't know.
He's like,
You're
exactly, Mary. So I guess, I only ever thought about that because so many kids, the access to, porn and everything is so relevant now,
the kids are, they're getting sex ed in like 5th grade now.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. Like 5th or 6th grade, they're getting like sex ed classes.
Look, I don't mind. So it's a whole nother discussion about when people should learning stuff and not what they should. We'll say that for another episode because we got about 10 minutes left. There's 2 things we have to wrap up.
We got 10 minutes left?
Yeah, we got about 10 minutes left.
Holy fuck.
We'll be on for an hour and a half. So a couple things we got to do. I'm going to roll through some regular questions real quick from the regulars that we want to make sure we get to. And then, of course, blankets and the poll.
Oh, and the poll. It's David poll.
Real quick, Patricia, who we gave advice to, nerve damage, Patricia from PA.
Oh, yes. The bands, right? The bands?
Yes, really.
Yes.
The one that had the accident that has that
Oh, yes, the one I talked to the doctor about.
Yes.
Yes.
She just wrote in
the nerve damage.
an interesting question. She said, have you being in fitness, I have not, have you ever met anyone that was a bodybuilder, like a Mr. and Mr. Olympia? You ever met anyone famous like that? Mm-hmm. Anybody you can think of on the top of your head? I've never met anybody.
I went to a bodybuilding show years ago, and I met...
Oh, so you've been to a show?
Yeah, I've been to a show, yeah. I forget his name. It was a huge black dude, man. He was gigantic.
Not Ronnie Coleman.
No, it wasn't Ronnie Coleman. No, this guy was shorter. But his back, dude, he had like... It
was like a back on a back.
Dude, it was like a back on a back. It was like 3 of me. His back was huge. Yeah, my buddy... What the hell was his name? I can't remember what his name is. But I'm going back like 20 years ago.
Oh my God. It's mind blowing how big.
Those guys are huge.
Oh, it doesn't even make sense.
They eat so much food, man. It's just crazy.
It's nuts. One of my favorite people to watch now is Jay Cutler. But he has a lot of fitness stuff, but then a lot of it he'll go back to him eating and working out.
Yeah.
Bro, it's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Indigo Moon 123.
Indigo Moon. I like that. Indigo Moon.
Will you guys ever do the podcast wearing Viking attire? I think we're going to do the podcast wearing a lot of weird stuff at some point.
Viking attire? Why the fuck would we wear Viking attire?
I don't know. Maybe a helmet. But this is what I thought about according to that. So, of course, we have the calendar coming. But there's one holiday I think we should actually get dressed up for the podcast. And I think we should get body painted, which is Halloween. So I think for Halloween, that would be fun.
Yes.
That would be a cool episode.
Yeah,
so maybe Halloween, Indigo Moon.
We can do that.
Outside that, we're just going to wear our merch.
Yeah. That you're going to buy.
Shit, by the way.
You missed the shirt change?
No,
I missed it.
No, I saw the shirt change, but then I didn't even, the mic's in the way of the logo. So I didn't even see the,
yeah. Show the back. Show the back.
Yeah, look at that. Look at this. Yeah, look at the back on that guy.
Right?
Yeah.
Place unfiltered.
There you go. Love it.
It's good shit.
All right. Let's see. What do we got? Oh, right. Connie. Forgot. I want to make sure we get Connie. Let's see. Do you eat before or after your workouts? Do you eat before?
Both.
Do you eat before?
Both.
I do sometimes, not as much anymore. Depends, because I get up. Well, you get up early too. What do you eat? Small breakfast or?
Yeah, I try. It depends on the time I get up, man. Freaking like it all depends. Like tomorrow, I have to be up at 6 tomorrow. I'm not gonna have time to eat. I'm not gonna eat till like 11 tomorrow.
What do you do? Like a small protein fat-related breakfast?
So usually it's all like I'll have like three egg whites, and I'll have bacon and I'll have sausage.
Yeah, protein packed breakfast.
Yeah, it's protein packed breakfast.
I did for a little while, Connie. Like if I'm trying to build, then 100%. Then I'll eat before. But I usually, I don't now. But it's not for any reason. I just get up. I just get up early, and by the time I get everybody ready, I don't. Let's see. If you could time travel to the past or the future, which one would you choose?
Wait, what's the question?
Would you travel to the past or would you travel to the future? I would go past.
I would go past, so that way I can make some money in the future.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So I would want. I look at this point, and we've talked about this endlessly off the podcast. I would go back to Egyptian times because I want to see how they build that shit. Because I think there's some aliens.
Punch in the fucking head.
I think there's all kinds of stuff. But to your point, if I did go back just enough, like Hot Tub Time Machine, that movie was okay.
Yeah, come up with the internet.
Yeah, the guy comes up with Google or whatever.
Yeah, did you see Microsoft shut down today?
No, did it?
Microsoft officially shut down today.
What do you mean officially?
They got rid of Skype.
Oh yeah.
They officially shut down Skype.
Yeah. I knew that was.
Nobody used that shit. So
no, I mean they're still making tons of money. So
all right.
Sarah Skippy. She said she's back, but the funny thing is, we kind of talked about this. She was asking. She's married, and she was asking a question we already addressed, and this is why I knew it, about her C-section scar, and is that a turnoff to her husband? In your opinion, as a heterosexual male, is there any reason a man wouldn't want to have an intimacy with his wife for years? One thing that me and him talk about a lot is men get older and we're stubborn as fuck and we don't go to the doctors. Mm-hmm. Your testosterone tanks, and if your testosterone tanks and there goes your libido, there goes your motivation, there goes your want for intimacy. So sometimes it could literally be that. Yeah. It doesn't have to just be you as a person. I know we always go to us, but I'll be honest with you.
Sometimes it's a health issue, man.
Sometimes it's a health issue.
Yeah.
So,
And in this day and age, too, like we're very fortunate to be alive right now. There's a lot of things they can do medically.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. Like there's a lot of things you can do. So again, my first thing would be, I would ask him to go to the doctor to get his test levels checked.
And if he doesn't, I know that I say this, and I know this sounds so crazy to people. You live one life. If somebody's gonna make a roommate out of you for years, you can only put up with it for so long. Yeah. I don't want to be mean about it, but you got one time around this fucking planet.
I got this lady right now that's like 70-something years old, and she did that. She settled with this guy who and she's miserable. She's miserable. She cries. She started smoking again. She wants to get out of the house, but she's afraid. She's too old to leave. You know what I mean? She's fucking miserable.
Yeah, don't do that to yourself.
Don't do that to yourself, man.
This is just for you. This ain't even a question. I just want you to know this. Fernanda from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Rio de Janeiro. What's up, Brazil?
She's an author and a romance writer. And in February, she wrote a novel called The Shadows of Sicily about an Italian mobster who kidnaps a Brazilian woman. When they were going about creating the characters and she was using AI, she decided that it was better to use you. So you are actually a character in your description and everything is the actual mobster in the character in her book. And I'm a
mobster in somebody's book.
Yes. And by the way, she said, they asked me to describe the character, the mobster Chris. And I wrote up a scene
is she really named the character Chris?
I guess that's what it says.
Wow.
The entire scene she wrote about to describe you was about your arms, your sexual connotations, and that you're very handsome. And you winded up being the perfect personification of the main character.
Wow.
So shout out to you.
So is that Fernando?
Fernanda from Rio de Janeiro.
Fernanda, if you were watching this and you're listening to this, then I humbly ask you, that when you're done your book, you send me a copy.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome. I would love to check it out.
All right, we got 2.
And thank you for picking me.
Yeah. 2 more, and then we're going to get to the last one. Sunny D, she's a regular. Sunny is from the islands. Sunny has a problem. Sunny met the perfect guy. Great job, great looking, does well. Everybody knows him, super nice, loves to go down her. Everything's great.
So we met me? You met me?
Except for this part.
Oh, wait, there's a bad part. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind, you didn't meet me.
He can't get hard at all.
Oh, that's definitely not me.
That's
definitely not me.
You take you out the plate.
Definitely not me.
He's gone. He's 1 Viagra, 2 Viagra's. He's gone. He really.
And it's not doing anything for him?
Nothing.
Then he has a prostate problem.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, he has a prostate problem. He needs to go to the doctor immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, his prostate's enlarged. Here's the sad news, and I just found this out today. It's funny that we're even talking about it. Freaking. So here's the sad news: if his prostate's enlarged and he has to get surgery, he's gonna be impotent for the rest of his life.
Yeah, he could be. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I would tell him, and I would do it immediately. I would do it as soon as possible. I would tell him to get his prostate looked at. If he can't get hard, then something's going on internally.
Yeah.
Or he's gay.
I think, but well, from everything I've been told, he's not gay, but I think the prostate one is a huge one.
Yeah,
and that's
it's
a
huge.
solid call.
Yeah. I would go get your prostate exam immediately, bro.
Yeah, it was better than my original advice, which was to date him on the islands and go get some dick when she comes back to the States.
Go get mainland pussy. Go get mainland dick. Yeah.
I was like, when you go back to
Definitely go tell him to go get his prostate exam.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And he could be diabetic. I don't think he's diabetic though. If he were diabetic, he would know that, and he would know that'd be part of the issue. I'm assuming this guy doesn't know, what's going on with him. If he was diabetic, that's one of the side effects you would know. If he can, he'd be like, my insulin's low.
All right. The last one, and I promised in the email I would not disclose her name. Her name is, we're just going to go with MP. She's a regular.
Mrs. Smith.
And Mrs. Smith, she said, please do not say my name. You can just say Mel. All right, Mel. Mel has an interesting question. So she is in a support group, in a grief support group for people who've lost friends and loved ones to cancer.
Okay.
And she lost one of her best friends. So she goes to this.
Loss.
Yes, and we, it's a very hard thing, and we apologize and all that good stuff. Condolences. So, anyways, long story short, she runs into 2 men at the support group, and then they wind up all being friends. And this week, they both kissed me on the cheek, and one slid onto my lips. I was shocked. The second one did the same thing. Needless to say, they didn't walk me to my truck, but they kissed me on the lips, both of them. They both gave me a hug and more or less told me to give them both a call. I'm divorced, single. This would be my first date post-marriage. I wonder if they're bisexual. It's the only thing that holds me back from potentially this being my first threesome. Do you think I should say yes for the experience? Do I start a little slower out the gates, and this will be my first date in 7 years?
What's really funny is there has been I would say, a huge explosion. And maybe it's not a huge explosion. Maybe it's always been the case, and now there's more vocal about it, of women wanting threesome with men.
I've only really met, I've only had one person ever, like a friend of mine specifically, be like, that was their thing.
Yeah, no, I've had
just admitted to me that was their thing.
I don't know. I've heard a lot of women in the recent years say that there's something that's on their bucket list.
It's interesting because I guess I wonder about, it's interesting from the guy perspective, right? Because in the middle of a threesome in this direction, right, where you had 2 women, you would think nothing about them hooking up.
No.
Nothing, right?
No, but it'd be gross if 2 guys were hooking up.
But in the reverse, I wonder in the reverse for the woman, would you want it to be the consensus I got was they were excited it was all about them.
Somebody just wrote on there and said, yeah, take me to Paris. You know what that means?
What?
Eiffel Tower. You know what the Eiffel Tower is?
Yeah.
They're both giving high fives.
Yeah, high fives
take me
at
to
the
Paris.
top.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, listen, it's each your own. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, that's why you want to break your...
If that's what you want to do, freaking, if you want to experiment, then to each your own.
You should know better asking us. We're like, go for it.
Yeah, fucking do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, just go have fun.
All right,
let us know if it works out for you.
All right, do you want to do blankets first, or do you want to do poll? That's protein candy.
It's protein candy.
By the way, TikTok, if you're out there, whoever this guy owns Thrive protein candy,
send us a bunch.
It's legit. 100 calories, not real much sugar, no carbs.
10 grams of protein.
Yeah, 10 grams of protein for 100. It really does. It's candy. I saw you on there. You own the company looking for people. It's legit. I ordered it.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
All right. Do you want blanket or do you want poll first? You want poll then blanket?
You guys want poll first?
I think we should go poll and then end on blanket.
I think so too. We'll go poll first. All right. So the poll is, what is it again?
Here's your poll.
All right. So it's Chris David poll of the week.
Chris David poll
What
of the week.
is the part of the body on a man that a female finds attractive?
All right.
Drum roll, please.
All right. So to almost 2,000 and change responses.
2,000 responses. That's crazy. We had 2,000 people write in.
There was a tie for first.
Tie for first.
Tie
Wait,
for
let's go to
first.
top three. Can we do top three?
Well, I'm going to give it a top 5.
Top
It was
five.
1,
Top 5.
2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. So this is the top 5 body parts women find attractive about a man.
All right. Number 5
Number 5
was that ass.
was ass.
Yes. And by the way,
Man's ass. Number 5.
By the way, just so you guys know, and I just had a conversation with somebody about this. If you're a guy, check the jeans and pants you're wearing, because if you have no ass in your pants, you need to get better pants.
Yep.
It's something that women actually look at, and
Yep.
some guys don't really realize when they put a pair of jeans on. It just looks like a flat board.
Yeah, like a wall.
You need an ass.
ass.
Women really do like it.
So number 5 is ass.
number-
Women like a man's ass.
Number 4,
Number 4,
a great smile / teeth.
great smile. And
That's a
teeth.
big one. You don't
Great
want someone
smile,
smiling with some
You don't want to have
teeth.
summer teeth. Some are
Yes.
here, some are there.
I can't believe it's not butter, just yellow all over the place. You don't want any of that.
Yeah. So great smile, great
All
teeth.
right.
That's good.
Yes. The next one in the number 3 spot is shoulders.
Shoulders.
Yes. And a lot of people said it was because in the consensus of shoulders
So you
was,
put your legs on them.
it looks like a man who could hold you up.
There you go.
Yes.
That was always one of the lines we used to say when we were younger. You're like, yo, your legs are great. You know what they look better at? They look the best on my shoulder.
Shoulders. That was all right.
So that was number 4. Shoulders.
That was number 3.
Number 3.
Yes.
What's number 4?
It was ass.
Oh,
smile.
mouth, smile.
Yes,
That's right.
shoulders.
Number 3. Number 3 is shoulders.
Number
3 is
2.
shoulder. Number 2,
Arms.
arms.
Now that's an easy one. You get some good arms, some biceps.
That's why you do curls for the girls, bro.
Curls for the girls.
Curls for the girls. If you're gay, you do tries for the guys. Whatever.
There you go.
There you go.
And then number 1 answer, tied.
Number 1 answer.
Tied.
Tied. Number 1 answer. Favorite part of a man that women like.
It was tied between hands and eyes.
Really?
Hands because
Hands.
something about the strength and the size of a hand, like just the being able to hold.
And eyes.
And eyes was eyes.
Hands
was up
and
there.
eyes. Number 1, huh? Hands and eyes.
Yeah,
Huh.
I think a lot of it comes down to being held. You just so.
Yeah, no, I got big hands. I got big, rough hands. My ex-wife used to call them ogre.
Yes, I don't. I just always know I can palm a basketball. So
No shit.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. I got.
Freaking-
I got 14 size feet and giant
Oven
hands.
mitts.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oven
I got
mitts.
oven mitts for hands. I got 14 size shoes. So
Wait, whose hand's bigger? Let's see whose hand's bigger. Tony's or mine?
do I go this way?
Yeah.
Oh, I got a big hand.
Oh, you got a big fucking hand, bro.
Told you.
Holy shit.
Be a grower, not end a shower. You know what I
Easy.
mean?
That's why he has that shirt, man.
That's
why
it.
he has that shirt.
All right, but more importantly,
Yes. The blanket. All right. Listen, let's point this out again.
Okay.
I have not seen this fucking thing.
I know.
I don't know what picture he picked. I know nothing about it except that he did it.
Okay.
So my reaction to this is legit.
So the way it's gonna work, just so you know, is these are my stupid ass. I believe I ordered the right ones. They sent me the wrong, but just size wise, they're gonna be 60 by 80, I believe.
So these are mock ones.
These are blankets, but they look like they belong to small people. But for the sake of people seeing what the blanket is, it doesn't matter. So what we're going to do is we're going to give these away. If you win, you're going to win the set of the Advice Unfiltered blankets. We'll pick 2 winners. Someone will win the big ones. Someone will win some for their pets. So,
With their pets. You can have your dog wrapped up in a blanket of me.
all right. So for all you Chris David, you're going to probably want to turn your TikTok
Oh,
audience.
jeez. Here we go.
all right,
Here we
the
go.
Chris
Here we go.
David
Ready to see the
blanket.
blanket? Oh, Jesus Christ. Can't wait to see this fucking thing. Oh my God. I'm not going to lie. It actually looks pretty good.
Oh, look at your chest tattoo.
Oh, you got Advice Unfiltered chest tattoo.
Unfiltered.
Oh, fucking shit. You picked a good picture.
Fuck right, I did.
That's actually pretty good.
I know. I would never do you. I'd never do you wrong.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yep.
There you go, people. There's
There
a
you
blanket,
go.
man. There's Tony's blanket.
And then
Wow. That's fucking nuts.
there's mine.
Right on, bro. Look at, is your head even on there?
Yeah, it's right at the top. It was for a magazine shoot.
Nice. There's Tony's shirt. There's Tony's
right at the V.
right at the V.
Right at the good V.
Right? Advice Unfiltered. There's Tony's.
So
there you go. We're gonna raffle.
Win the Advice Unfiltered blankets. You can do whatever you want.
So funny. I gotta see this fucking thing.
Bro, it's a
Look at this
great
fucking thing.
blanket of you.
Look at that. That is amazing.
Bro, it looks awesome.
That is amazing.
I'm gonna be honest. It's a great blanket of you.
Great blanket.
I would never do you dirty. It's awesome. We'll post those.
Nuts.
Look, we'll post those all over social media. We'll tell you how you can win them. It's going to be much, like I said, you see how small it came? I didn't realize it should have been bigger. But we'll order those blankets for you guys. We appreciate you. It's fucking fantastic. Yes. For all you people. I don't even know if mine's the right side up. I don't even know. There we go.
Oh my God!
There's blankets. So
yeah, listen, man. If you really want them, we'll put them together. You can order them, fucking whatever, man.
I appreciate. It's not even for us. I appreciate the fact that our followers give us good ideas, and we will run with it. We're hilarious. Like if you give us an idea, someone's like make blankets. I'm like, I'm in. Make
so
calendar.
Funny.
We're gonna do it. You want to travel?
So fucking
we're in.
funny.
So outside that, we are definitely going to. Let's see. Oh boy. Yes, that's right. There is a Christopher David blanket in the house. So, So for the bottom of my heart, as always, knowing
great.
that we're trending the way we are, people are supporting us, people are watching us. I appreciate all the friends, family, everyone who's on. I got family members that are on your thing messaging you. My mom messages you. She's like, hey, Chris, eyes are the best from your stepmom. I'm like, Mom, you don't have to message.
Did she really message me?
Yeah. She's like,
where?
Because our posts are always linked.
Oh yeah.
So she'll just comment.
She'll comment. Oh, okay.
But she'll always put love your stepmom. Just my mom.
I'm a little person. I'll take that blanket. There you go.
So someone will take the blanket. But as always, I appreciate you. I love you guys. Ming's back in the house.
Yeah,
Ty,
thank you, Ming.
Thanks, Ty, for always being here.
Thanks, bro.
And by the way, we're building out this shop, so that'll be great. But outside this, I say it all the time. Could not do without you. We appreciate you. And, thank you to my wonderful co-host as always.
Number 14, bro.
Number 14 episode, number 2 trending health, fitness, and entertainment podcast in the world.
Yeah. Let's shout it out, man. Freaking listen. As always, man. Thank you. I mean, I'm humbled by all the love and support I've been getting, and that Tony's been getting. I mean, it really, truly is amazing. This is our baby. I mean, we want to see it take off, and we can't do it without you. So thank you for everybody who writes in. Thank you for everybody who comments, who shares, who likes, who tells their friends, who has watch parties.
Yeah, watch parties.
You know what I mean? Watch parties, bro. Freaking that is amazing. You know what I mean? And like you said, we're here to entertain. We're here to help. We're here to just inspire a little bit and have some fun. And I guess so. So blanket with me on it. That's what we're here for, man. Thank you, Tony. Love you, bro.
Love you.
You know what I mean? Fucking always good shit. Always our shirts are going to be available soon. We're going to let you guys know, man. We got that, fucking hot mess. We got a shower and a grower. We got freaking, tall enough to look down on you.
It's going to be some good merch.
Some good merch, man. So we have some good one-liners, man. You guys will be able to wear that shit in pride. And as always, man, we believe in you. We believe in the best in you. This is Advice Unfiltered, episode 14. Boom.